I titled today's message as Close Call. Very close call. We'll turn to the Bible to 1 Samuel chapter 21. I will read verse 10 and 11. And the servants of Achish said unto him, Is not this David the king of the land? Did they not sing one to another of him in dances, saying, Saul hath slain his thousands, and David his 10,000s? I will also read verse 10. Okay. And David arose and fled that day for fear of Saul, and went to Achish, the king of Gath. David suddenly felt, up to chapter 20, we see that he was protected, and God was with him wherever he went. God protected him. But suddenly, in chapter 21, he got this fear in his mind, and he goes to Gath and takes refuge from the king of Gath. His name is Achish. Imagine this, actually he has entered into the enemy's camp, and this very camp when years before he had killed Goliath, and this was the city, and this was the place where God prepared a table for him in front of his enemies. Sometimes, friend, we take decisions, drastic decisions, which is insane. We run to the very place where God has actually triumphed over our enemies. We go to the wrong place, and that is why I titled this message as Close Call. Sometimes there has been very close call in our life. What does it mean by close call? Close call is when we almost would have had an accident, a fatal accident. Even when we travel in the car or in the scooter or anything, there would have been times when we would have been smashed. But by the grace of God, we would have had a close call, and the accident would have been, stopped. God would have, miraculously saved us. And that is what we are talking about today. David, sometimes our mind gets attacked like that. And also there is a, saying in English where they say, from frying pan to fire. Instead of getting saved and getting out of the frying pan, we go into the fire. That is what happens in most of our lives. Sometimes, people, in order to escape a very abusive marriage, they get into an adulterous relationship outside marriage. And they would get friendly with a man or a woman who is 1,000 times worse than the first one. That is called frying pan to fire. I've watched many people do this. They just run from one relationship to another, and I think this is absolute insanity. With no brains, or even business. If one business fails, and they would say, okay, I've seen right in front of my eyes all that happened. This person had got a terrible loss in one business, and he goes and starts a restaurant business where he absolutely has no experience at all. Just because he saw someone else doing well, he goes and does this restaurant business. And then he comes, he loses everything, and then he comes to the road. I mean, absolute road, friend. I mean, he becomes homeless, no home, children staying in some place, and he is there, and that's the insanity that people are driven to today, because their mind is attacked. Actually, nothing in chapter 21, nothing different happened. He didn't have a terrible he was chased by Saul. That is become normal in his life because God was protecting him. But suddenly he takes a decision as to go to Gath. And then here is what I want to tell you something. The words of the servants. I want to emphasize here how you look at yourself and how the world looks at you. Okay? You just follow me. And the servants of Achish said unto him, Is not this David the king of the land? Is not this David the king of the land? David looks at himself as a refugee. He looks at himself as a wanderer. He looks at himself as, just a person, homeless man. He looks at himself like that. That's what reveals in this chapter when he goes to Gath. I mean, he has forgotten that God is a shelter in his life. He has forgotten a very short time. He forgot, but then he had to pay a huge price for that. And but how does the enemy look at him? God, this is just too much. This is just too much. The enemy looks at him as, is not this the king of the land? They don't look at David as a wanderer or something like that. Their thoughts about David were very high. They didn't still forget how he triumphed over Goliath and how all the women sang. Saul killed 1,000 but gave David killed 10,000. And they said, is not this the king of the land? King. They knew that David is going to be the next king. They knew, they were so certain that they didn't even say future king. They said, is not he the king of the land? I'm telling you, this is just too much. I'm telling you, this is too much, friend. This is just, how wonderful, how we forget. There are some people, I have known in my life, they are awesome singers. They have beautiful voice and voice which cannot be described. It is a gift and a talent from God. And you know what they will say? I'm negative words will come out of their mouth, and they will say, what have I done in my life? And I have nothing more left in my life. I've seen some talented people. I've seen some talented women sit next to me in my workplace where I worked in a foreign bank. Smart, they could do anything. I've seen some housekeeping skills in them. I've seen some wonderful skills in them, and I used to also feel that this person can start their own organization of a home decor organization, a separate company by itself. This person can become an owner and do something on her own. But how she will look at herself? She will say, I'm nothing. My husband is always fighting with me, and he finds other women better than me. Such negative words. And oh God, I would I would definitely tell them positive words, but then this negativity is so poisonous inside them that they don't want to come out of it. Some students who are really smart, friend, you know what, every day as a principal, I am a principal of Abide School, a free school for the poor. And that is why, this is burning in my heart. This is burning in my heart. This one kid in studying in Abide Angel Home, this free shelter for the poor. This girl is awesome. I can see potential, golden potential inside her. And she can just memorize a whole book. And you know what? During this last year COVID-19 lockdown period, she was not able to attend Zoom classes also because she didn't have a mobile. And then later on, we bought some smartphones for a few children who did not have mobiles, and we helped them. So this girl, she missed a lot of classes. But you know what I felt in my heart? I'll tell you. I told my husband, even if she does not attend the whole year, if she comes the 11th month, she will be the topper. She is so excellent. She's so excellent. Oh God. I have seen her read English Bible. I've seen her read Telugu Bible. I've seen her read Hindi Bible. She would read English, Hindi, Telugu so fluently during the prayer time in the angel home. And I would be awed, and I would be very happy that we are mentoring such a wonderful student, and she is under our umbrella. But a big but, B-U-T, but once she leaves, she goes home for leave, or once she leaves our umbrella and she goes a couple of days to her house, she comes back like a little devil. I'm telling you. Everything changed because she comes from a idol worshipping background. and she would be completely changed. She would be changed. All that intelligence and brilliance and smartness, where has it gone? I would feel that if she leaves our school, she will even not cross class 7, because she doesn't have that desire. The potential is there inside her. Listen to me. The potential is there inside her, but she does not have the courage and the energy to bring out the potential from her. David had a potential, a king potential inside him. Okay, David was not just an ordinary, vice president or something like that. I would look something above that also. Some people are very happy, I'll become a manager of a bank, or that's all is their level. That's all is their level. When Elisha told a king, you throw the arrow, he threw thrice. And he said, why did you stop with 3 times? That's what we see today. Just 3 arrows, that's all they want. Some people are very satisfied with 100 members in their church. Or some members are very happy with coming to church on Sunday. They don't want to stretch more than that. They don't want to go ahead. They don't want to come to church on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Are you surprised? We are running online services. Our church is open right from Monday to Sunday. It is open. You can come in the evenings. Evening services are there, 6 to 7 every day. Now, these 40 days and other days also, after this lockdown, we are having services. Like normal services we have. But who has got that, extra mile attitude to come to church? But, they fail to understand that they serve a living God. And when they come to church like that, and when they have a passion for God like that, I tell you, they cannot just hold the blessings. They cannot, because the blessings would be so awesome that would come upon them. Sometimes they would need an umbrella. Sometimes it would be like, sometimes you cannot even tell what God's telling you. I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to do that for you. And you cannot even tell it out. Oh my God, it's so awesome. It's so big. It's so big because God told Joseph, God gave him a dream. All those sheaves, they were bending. 12 sheaves they were bending. And it was too good. But Joseph went and told others, and they felt that he was just bragging too much. And that's exactly what God did in the life of Joseph. Our mind should be, it's very beautiful. In Philippians chapter 2 verse 5, the Bible says, let us have the mind of Christ. Let us have the mind of Christ. Every day, friend, I look at my students and I look at the potential in one student, and I would feel like, this person, and I would tell, you can become the next Narendra Modi, you can become the Prime Minister. You've got that kind of potential inside you. And last year I felt like that, and that girl, just like a casual, normal student, she left. And her sister eloped with a boy, and she got married at the age of 17 as a juvenile. She left young, and I'm seeing people just slip away from me like that. And I'm yet to see somebody who really, who overcome all odds, and they stand and they say, I'm going to do something. I'm not going to be normal. I'm going to do something. I'm going to stand for God. Jesus. When I in the year 2011, when I said I'm going to start a school, and I had in my hand 5 rag pickers, and the children were so, you know how the children will be, nobody would want to even come next to them. And they looked at me, my entire family and people close to me. They said, Bala has gone crazy. She has left a foreign bank. She has come to a new state, and she wants to do something crazy. Yes, God wants somebody to get crazy for him. David left the safe refuge, abode, and he went to Gath. Sometimes when we walk into the enemy territory, don't expect protection in the enemy territory. Don't expect protection when you want to go for a night party, when you want to leave your parents and go and stay with your friends, and you say you're going to a girlfriend's house, but in that girl's house there are some men coming, and then they have a combined party there which your parents don't know, and then something terrible happens in the middle of the night. Somebody wants to pounce on you and misbehave with you, and that time don't cry, Lord, where are you? Just like the way David cried in when he was in Gath, when all the servants of Achish, they were looking at him, because he cut off the head of Goliath. They were planning to cut off his head. And that is when David, he behaved like a madman. He allowed his saliva, come down his beard. Imagine a warrior standing like that. Some people are standing like that, getting caught into pornography, drugs, wrong relationship, adulterous relationship, and they're standing there with their, saliva going down their beard and down, and they look terrible, whereas they should have been a warrior, a conqueror, but they have lost all that because they have lost their mind. I'm speaking to somebody here. I'm speaking to some young man who has left his calling and who has just turned away and doing something really stupid today. Recently in Hyderabad, one young girl, she left her house, and at around 11:30 she was going with her male friend and met with an accident, and she was riding the bike, and she fell off the bike, and a lorry from behind just ran over her and she was smashed. That's what happens when you go in the wrong track. But by the grace of God, David was saved, because God, by his mighty compassion, he just understood and he forgave David for his stupid behavior, and then and there he made David turn back, and Achish look at him and he felt that no, this madman cannot be David. That is how God saves us. So we should be in the safe shelter of God and not go into the enemy territory. God has protected us from lot of close calls in our life. God bless you.